management and planning, and also to increase your chance to show your work to the people. And for this reason is I would like to be this presentation like interactive, because it's meant to be like this. And I will start like asking you if you use like in your words, in your work, a smartphone, because I presume that all of you use at least a PC on your job. Any of you have a smartphone, like iPhone or Android or a BlackBerry? No. Okay. Let's see. I brought some examples. Okay. What we do, we try to select all the. We work in a HTA department. That's Health Technology Assessment. We evaluate what we should buy, and we evaluate if it's working or we have to dismiss from the words. And what we saw that there is a lot of free materials around the internet that people can use. The problem is, how reliable is this software? How reliable are the information inside? That's why we start to see and go through all these softwares and see how we can work with these tools, if they're reliable or not. We have a multidisciplinary team where we have clinical engineers, economists, and doctors. And that's all to select the right softwares and website. Because today we don't have only softwares on your computer or a smartphone, but you also have cloud service. That means you go on the web and do everything on the web. Or you put your file on the web, you will find back in your files wherever you go. So that's the point also. If any of you at the end of the presentation wants, we can install or show some other website. At the moment I will just select some of this service, just to give an example. Of course you can use the website and go through. To make things easier, there is a web TV. And on the web TV there are shown some of these demos and new things. We don't work only on software and website, but also on gadgets that are very cheap. Okay, this for example is Archimedes. It's for free. It's from Skyscape, very reliable site. And you can see that you have all like the measurements of like BMI, or you can go through like there are several categories: endocrinology, cardiologists, and so on, psychiatrists. And you can also find like dosage for your drugs. So all the formulas are inside, are explained, and you can go through it. So the coma scale or ETT in children, and so on. You just, for example, go here, select the weeks, the weight, and at the bottom they give you the size. Just to make one example. And this is completely for free, and it's reliable, so you don't have to buy it, and the hospital doesn't have to buy it for you. You can just put it on your library website, or you can just use it in your words. But this is one of the examples of the several software you can have. This is the body mass index example. You can just go and put male, female, kilograms, height, and so on. That's just a simple example. The important thing is everything is for free. Okay. I think some of you have like usually have like surveys to give to the patients, right? And the problem of surveys, it's very expensive to do a survey. You have to call people. You have to answer the question, make the people answer the right questions, and so on. And plus you have to reach people, and then you have to analyze and put everything in a database. It's not that expensive, that's cheap. It's very expensive, it takes a lot of time. Let's see how we can do it for free today. Okay, Google. I think most of you know Google. Just send out a new system. It's called Google's Docs, and you can share documents. But you can also create a survey, for example. We'll try to make one right away. Just make a small example. Create new, you go to form. Okay, you ask a question, like, what is your name? And here you can put like an explanation of the question, like some cases are very difficult to explain to a patient or somebody the question. This is easy for us. Then you can use like text, paragraph. You can also use checkbox and multiple choice. So of course here it's going to be like text. You can of course modify, and you can go for, it comes out like this. Okay, let's see, for example, we go on our website, just to make an example, just to make it quick of course, but we can spend the time together after it to create one for you. You go on the home page. You can personalize everything, from the picture to the question. Like, you like the website? Yes or no? It's required. You cannot not answer it. And when you go down, you submit. When you submit your questions, you submit. But the point is, maybe many of you will not have a website probably, but you can send this form by email, just with a link. So it's a nice email explaining what's going on, put a link, people just click on the link or an attachment of the email, open the file, answer, submit. When they submit, Google will record all the data and create a database for you. Okay, let's go back here and close this one. Okay, this one is being done the 3rd of March, 9:23. That's a minute ago. So Google just record our answers. And that's, I think it's very useful because you have database really update at that moment. So if you have to do a follow-up, as long as the patient has an email, it's going to be very easy. Of course, the important thing is to think that you have this chance now and organize asking an email from your patients to keep in contact. But this is just an example. You can do the same thing for in the ward patient or something like this with a small laptop. Okay. Another small example that maybe can be helpful for you, but this is just one of them. How many of you sometimes want to write an article in English and have a problem with the English language, or they don't have really time to do? They would like to have a resident writing the paper for you and you just review the paper. That would be very useful. Or make a presentation or a slide or something. Okay. There is a new service, completely for free. It's called Freelancer. You can ask for a job, and people can apply and like make a bet to get your job. And you decide, for example, I have to make a scientific paper. Then you just submit what you want and give the materials. And so you create like a sort of question. And then people start to answer from all around the world to get the chance to make the job for you. And they're gonna bet like, I will do it for 100 hours, I will do for 50 hours, I will do for 10 hours. Because see that all around the world people is competing. In some countries you have like people can live with 10, 20 hours a month. So with 50 hours you can have a wonderful job done. And sometimes it's very hard to find a specific person that can do that kind of job. So for example, I made a sort of test, and I asked, I was looking for somebody who was doing a software, a program for Android. That is a new operating system for smartphones, making based on a database. And here we have all people answering and to the project, and try to apply. You can see I have 22 bits, and the average is 253 euros. But this goes from, it goes from 900 to 90 euros to make a software for Android, where I would never find anybody could be able to do this kind of software. Okay, this comes from India, then we have Morocco, but we have all kinds of nations, depends on where people come from, but also the States. There are, these things down here are like things that some tests they have to do to show that they are good or not. So you can check it out and see. Of course, as I told you, you can put also scientific project. Let's see. And you can put like scientific work, slides, and so on. And about slides, I will not. There are some other very simple sites where you can take ideas and just watching around some other people's slides to have ideas. Or maybe somebody did a presentation like yours. The name is. Well, this is, let's say, one of them. SlideShare, and it's very easy to use. And you just go there, and sometimes you can even download the entire presentation and take the background of the questions, of the slides. To conclude, just to give a wide things that we can go from simple surveys to something more complicated. Depends on what you are looking for. But I remember when I was in the heart surgery department, the surgeon always want to make videos of their surgery, and they would like to show people their surgeries. And the problem is like that then they make videos, and also the patient would like to have the video, but or they would like to go and present their work and explain how they work. So it's simpler than a web TV. You have your own TV and you decide your program. You make the videos and put it up. It's going to be very expensive. It's for free. Okay. It's called Word TV, and you saw that you could even put this web TV in your website, like we just saw a few minutes ago. And how this works? These are your videos, and here you put your program. If we want to add a new video, there is like a button that we have, you just click on it and it just update the video on. So it's very, very easy. And of course, if somebody wants, then we can show deeply. I'm just going around the subjects. And let's see. Let's go here. I would like to close with something very like this, related to our subject today, to Zurs and for skiing. And so probably all of you have at least a mobile. But the point is, how can you use the iPhone with the cold weather? Because iPhones works only with your electricity.